thank you. Casey Michael. Who's your biggest role model? Oh God. Probably my parents. I don't know if that's like lame to say, but yeah, they did a great job, and I aspire to be like them. Why is your voice so soothing? I don't know. I don't find it very soothing, but I'm very glad that you do. Day or night? Day. Although lately I've been operating a lot at night. In the past I definitely would have said night, but now day. What's your aesthetic? I don't really know how to answer that. I tend to like simpler things, for whatever that's worth. Nasty Trime. Not a question, but a thing. Oh, well, thank you. Do you have a special upload schedule? I do. I upload, there are 2 days between each of my uploads. I get so like twisted around about whether that means it's every third day or every fourth day. Basically, if I put out a video on a Monday, you're going to get another video on Thursday, and so on. There are 2 days between every video. If you can, I would love more Davey. More Davies on the way. More of everybody. Aliyah? Kernaz? How'd you create the characters you play? It's different depending on the character. In general, I just try to, I kind of touched on it already, but I just try to think of characteristics and stuff that I want to portray and then build them out from there. Angel Bridgeford. We'll get to see David and Asher character designs, and if we do, will we be getting full reference sheets? No, I don't ever plan on releasing anything that's like, this is the official design of Asher or David or something like that, because I want you guys to be able to imagine them however you want. That said, I love seeing how you guys imagine them, like with your own art and stuff. That's great, and I love seeing how different it can be from person to person. I think that's really cool. Emma Mercier. What are your main inspirations for your videos, and what did motivate you to start all of this? Kind of touched on this, but other videos, books that I read, things like that. Khaleesi Salvatore. Before YouTube, did you ever do anything with acting or theater? No, I did not. I've never done acting stuff, and I've never done anything with theater, even back in school. Nope, I don't have a problem with them. I wasn't. I'm like, oh, theater kids. No, but I just never did any of that. Oh God, dogs. Do you actually write scripts out for these, or do you have a problem? I write them. How did you decide on the characters you've given us so far? Just trying to have kind of broad selection of characters and of traits within those characters that I wanted to portray. Chaotic Pain. Since it's currently the fall season, what is your favorite fall activity? I don't know what specifically counts as a fall activity. I love Halloween and I love Thanksgiving. I love both of them. My favorite fall activity, well, I live in Arizona, like I said, so just being able to be outside and it actually being half decent. What's your favorite dessert? Brownies, no question. Although brownies and ice cream together, that's top tier. Which do you think is a better fall feeling drink, pumpkin spice or apple cider? I personally love apple cider. I don't like either one of them. I'm sorry. I don't like any drink that's hot, actually. I mean, hot chocolate is on thin ice, and that's about it. Anything else, coffee, pumpkin, spice, coffee, or tea, or cider, or anything, yeah, I don't like it. Which I guess those don't have to be hot, but yeah. I'm pretty straightforward. I just drink water. That's it. I used to drink a lot of soda, and then I stopped that because, it's not great for you. So I drink water, basically. Occasionally Kool-Aid. Miss Devalicious 23. A lot of things led me to start ASMR. Kind of touched on that. All-time favorite food, probably pizza and wings because I'm garbage. Aton or Aiden, I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. And these questions are from him and from Slafey. I think it's Slafey. I'm sorry, guys, if I say it wrong. I really am. Do you remember the first story you've created? If so, what was it? So the very first story I ever made, not related to ASMR, just the first story I ever made, was back in 6th grade. I started writing a quote-unquote book. It was not a book. It never got that far. But I started writing a book about like me and all my friends getting powers from like this like government testing things, like secret government testing shit that was happening. And so like we got like abducted, and then we all developed superpowers, and then like had to like break free of it and stuff. And it was called Beams, Beams, like beams, because like we got like abducted. It was a whole thing. I still have it somewhere. I'll never get rid of it. Do you have any self-care routines or hobbies outside of ASMR? I like to take hot showers. Yeah, I like showers. They relax me. It's very simple, but it's kind of the truth. And then in terms of hobbies, yeah, I like to just like unwind with my friends, not like going anywhere, doing anything, just chilling out, having some food, playing some games, stuff like that. That's kind of how I unwind. What is the lowest tone of voice you can do? Not particularly low. Yeah, probably some of like the lower register of Davey or Sam. Now that Sam's around, he's one of my lowest voices too. Will Big Gulp Cup become a part of merch? I would like it to. I don't know about like copyright stuff and how that would go. I'm kind of looking into it and seeing what I can do, because I do love Gavin's Big Gulp obsession. Would you consider singing a lullaby as David/Davy for us one day, or disclose his workout diet? I really don't think I can sing well, so I don't know that I would. I'm not gonna say that I never would, but I don't think I sing well. Or disclose his workout diet. Maybe there'll be like a Cooking with Davey audio. How much of your personality goes into characters, if at all? It definitely depends on the character. Some of them really don't have much of me at all. Like Adam. That's not really a part of me. But some of them have a lot of my personality. It depends. A lot of what I put into it is, I think, maybe about, like what kind of personality traits I have, and then dialing those up or back or changing them a little bit to kind of still have that place of truth of them, but to build them up into a character. Like, yeah, of course, I can be passive-aggressive and shitty and rude. Am I that most of the time? No, but if I took maybe those little thoughts that I have inside of my head and dialed them up to 11 and externalized them, well, maybe I'll end up with someone like Davey. Or if I let my anxiety show more than I tend to, you start to get people like Lasco or the technician. If you take the parts of me that maybe can get really sad and regret things that have happened or opportunities that I missed and stuff. You know, maybe you'll start to get parts of the voicemail exes or, you know, somebody like that. So there definitely are parts of me in them, but it's definitely a version of it with all of them. It's, you know, modified for the purposes of making a narrative. Favorite food? Pizza and wings. And brownies. Favorite books? I haven't really gotten to read as much lately as I used to, which makes me sad. I love reading. Probably one of my favorite book series of all time, though, is the Abhorsen trilogy. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But yeah, I love that book series a lot. And within those books, death is kind of portrayed as a river. And I definitely took inspiration from that for my Deathwalker audio. Are you personally comfortable with touch, like hugs and cuddles, or are you touch averse? I'm okay with touching. I like it. I like hugs and cuddles to an extent, and I guess to be clear, I'm not comfortable doing it with people that I don't know. That can make me very uncomfortable when people just like immediately kind of go for a hug, because I don't know, physical touch is important to me, so kind of doing that out of the blue with someone that I don't know kind of makes me uncomfortable, but I do like it as long as it's a person that I like and feel comfortable around. Can us theorists contribute and further help with clearing or preventing potential plot holes? You guys do that already every day. I love to read the theories. Sometimes I kind of have to skim them at this point because you guys make so many, which is incredible, and thank you for that. But no, you guys, you know, help point out plot holes and stuff all the time, which is helpful, and then I try to address them in future videos. So you guys have made me think a lot more critically about the work that I do, and I really appreciate that, so thank you. Will there be any in-server event plans and video clues for upcoming characters? So in-server, I'm assuming you mean Discord. Yes, we do have some events planned for Discord. That should be fun. I'll keep it broad at October is going to be a very fun month. For both the Discord server and also for the channel, actually. And video clues for upcoming characters. Yeah, I like, well, it depends on the series, but I often like to plant a little seed of a character well before they show up. You know, I did that with Damien, Lasco talking about Damien, Damien talking about Cody, some of the other names that have come up over time. Not all of them, but some of them will also be getting videos in the future. So yeah, I do like to leave clues for upcoming characters. Do you find the suggestions, theories, and ideas posed in the server helpful? Do they contribute to the shaping and development of your stories in some way? Yeah, kind of like I said, they do, and I do appreciate them. I don't, you know, do every suggestion that I receive. I don't, you know, at the end of the day, I don't really love that phrase, but, you know, at the end of it all, it is my channel, and it's, you know, my stories that I have planned, but I am also open, very open to suggestions and theories and ideas, and I do let them help shape the future of the stories where I think they improve them and build upon the ideas I already had. So, yeah, I do really appreciate it. So thank you guys. Just Cat asked, do I like to read? If so, recommend a book. Yes, I do like to read, although I don't do it as much as I used to. And I would recommend the Abhorsen trilogy. So the very first one is Sabriel. I would recommend that. Are we going to have other vampire characters and stories? Yes, you will. Leah, is it hard to come up with ideas for your audios? Not usually, but I mean, some of them take a little more work than others. I really enjoy it though. The brainstorming is one of my favorite parts. So it's not too hard for me, or if, when it is, it's hard work that I find to be worth it. Favorite color gray. I'm Cancer, July 21st. Were you doing stuff like that? Melanie can't. Were you doing stuff like this before you started the channel? No, I was not. I never did anything like this. A. Which character or characters are your favorite and least favorite? Asher is probably my favorite. My least favorite is Adam. I know a decent chunk of people do like him. And even if not, as a character, like, they will objectively say, like, yes, he is a bad person, but they like his writing and stuff. And I do appreciate that because he was definitely outside of my comfort zone. So the fact that you think he was well written and well acted is affirming, and I appreciate that. But yeah, he's my least favorite. That pushed me into places that I wasn't really comfortable with. Lena Audio asks, what microphone do you use? Like I said, Blue Yeti USB. Delphixie, I kind of touched on this, but said that they really want to hear what I think the characters look like, whether it be something as simple as hair color or specific, and so on. Like I said, I really just don't want to. I honestly don't even really think about the characters in that way, which I know might sound weird, but for me, I think about them as voices and characterization, and I don't really think about what they look like. And that's on purpose. I mean, like, the first couple, yeah, I kind of thought about how they looked like I had kind of an idea in my head of how Vincent looked, or how, Ivan, looks, and Ivan's kind of a weird one because I usually use pictures of me, but I don't want you to think that means that's exactly what he looks like. Same for Gavin. Yeah, I just don't really think about him in those terms, which I know probably sounds weird, but yeah. Persephone T answered that. Where do I usually record? Right now I have to record in my bedroom because I live with other people, and that's really annoying, but hopefully I'll have my own place soon where I can have kind of a dedicated space, because right now I usually have to wait till the middle of the night, so that way it's actually quiet and decent to work on. You got me 12. When do we get to see you? Face reveal. I don't mind showing my face, but I mean, you kind of already know what I look like. I mean, the profile picture is me. The Ivan video covers is me. You've seen my face at every angle, just pieces of it, at any given time. So, I mean, you've seen what I look like. On my Discord, in my photo gallery, I did post an unedited face pic at one point, so if you really want to, you can go digging for that. But yeah, you pretty much already know what I look like. Naraya030N, what's your favorite meal? Probably pizza and wings, because I'm basic. Mine is Vietnamese food and raclette, a traditional cheese plate in France. That's cool. Is there a schedule for your videos? Is there a certain day of the week? No, I don't do a certain day of the week. Like I said, I just do 2 days between each video, so it's kind of on a rotation. Rizwana Yasmin, is this your real voice? This is. Yeah, this is my real voice. 27, probably Asher. Who's easiest to perform? That was coworker, just because I didn't really have to change much about me. Ijiro Kirishima, which is your favorite to act? Asher. Phoenix Payton, what part of the world are you from? Arizona, United States. What is your most and least favorite part of all this? My favorite part is seeing what you guys all think of it. And my least favorite part is worrying constantly about what you guys are going to think about it. Yeah. Also, another favorite part of it is just the creation of it. I love making new characters and new worlds and stuff. Ray J Pop, how have your characters grown from where you first started with them? Well, a lot of them, the voices have changed. No, but I've tried to give them a lot more depth. Like I said, when I was starting, I didn't have everything planned out as like these long series, so some of them were, one-offs and stuff. So now, as a result of that, a lot of my characters have gotten a lot more depth than they originally had, I would like to think, just by virtue of putting them into new situations and kind of exploring that. Have there been any favorite moments since you've been doing this YouTube thing? There's been a lot of crazy moments. Basically, every time I look at that subscriber count. Yeah, no, but I mean, favorite moments, just getting to talk to you guys. It really has been. That's, why I do this, is to make stuff for people to enjoy. So, getting to see you guys enjoy that and talk to you about that has probably been my favorite part. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing very well. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Davy's puppy. Another person from my Discord who is another troublemaker. It's 10k dacted. Yes, it's 10k dacted. Oh god, and I hate this question. I knew you were gonna ask this. Oh. Fine. I will say it. I love you guys. Ooh woo. Oh. Never again. That's all you get. I hate that so much. Oh my god. You're not allowed to ever ask for anything again, Davey. I hope you know that. You guys are crazy. Katakana 1. Kind of touched on my inspiration. What character type do I most enjoy writing and voicing? I like playful characters that like to joke around. That's fun, which is part of why I like Asher a lot. We kind of touched on my inspirations. Caitlin P. When did you realize you had a passion for writing? Probably in like 6th grade when I started writing that book, and all my friends were like, why would you do that? That's weird. Why would you choose to write? Like, school sucks. Why are you doing that? And I realized just, how much fun I had doing it. So probably like 6th grade. What made you decide to act out your own scripts? Fear of rejection and fear of other people's inability to perform them the way that I imagine them, which I kind of talked about. Did you have a moment where you realized your writing skills were good along with your acting skills? Hearing that you guys like both of those things was kind of when I realized it, I guess. I mean, I had gotten praise on my writing in the past, so that was kind of, I felt pretty confident in my writing ability, but not necessarily in this kind of an avenue of like roleplay stuff. So that was kind of different. So it was kind of, that moment kind of came when the channel actually started to have some success, and the acting skills was very much not until well after this channel was going, because I've never considered myself to be a good actor. I just never tried. It was never something that I cared about. Yeah. Meth Mommy asks, how are you able to sound so professional so early on? And then my quality background visuals, crazy good scripts. Do you have a background in video production or something? No, I don't. I kind of learned this all on the fly. Downloaded Audacity for this, I had heard other people talk about having like a Blue Yeti, and that was at a price point I could afford, and it being USB was a simplicity that I was down for. So that's kind of what I went with for that. And background visuals, that was just me spending way too long worrying about how the aesthetics of stuff would look. And then the scripts, yeah, that was just I've been writing for a very long time, and I really enjoy it. And it's easier to get good at things when you really have a passion for them. So thank you for saying that, though. That's very sweet of you to say that I'm so professional. I don't know about all that, but it's very nice of you to say that. Yasmin Davies, I think I kind of touched on these, but thank you for your questions. The Relentless, which is the most similar, like I said, coworker. Yeah, pretty much coworker, which I know is boring and probably very disappointing for you guys, but he's just a person. He's just a normal guy. No powers, nothing crazy about his personality. So yeah. Lost Soul 1. Kind of did some of these. Are you playing any more other characters at the moment? I don't know exactly what you mean by that. I have other characters I'm working on. Yeah. Darius King, who are your favorite ASMR artists and favorite YouTubers? I think I kind of touched on a lot of the ASMR artists. Yeah, like Hollow, Moody, Pretty Little Me. I'll put Salem. Yeah, I'll put them in the description of the video for anyone that's interested, so you can check them out because they're all really, really good. And the the more like I guess traditional like video ASMR artists like Ephemeral Rift or Phoenician Sailor, like they do so much work on like making like a narrative, and I love that. So yeah. Oh, and yeah, and like Jelly Bean Green and stuff. So I'll put some links in the description. Oliver Down, are you formally trained or educated in creative writing at all? Do you have any creative pursuits beyond these audios? I'm not formally trained or educated in creative writing. No. I had to write for school, but I never actually took any creative writing classes or anything. It was all on my own time. Do I have any creative pursuits beyond these audios? Yeah, I like to write stuff that doesn't always end up being audios. I like to just write. I like to paint. I like to draw. I'm not very good at drawing, but I enjoy it. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah. Okay. Hylix. I'm sorry. Okay. How long does it usually take to write a script? It depends on the script. It depends on if I can sit down and do it in one sitting, which is what I try to do. In general, I'd say maybe an hour of like sit down time, of like actual like pen to paper kind of a thing, pencil to paper, whatever. That can get broken up by a lot of things, but yeah, I'd say about an hour. Depends on the length of it though. Like that last vampire one took me a couple, maybe 3 hours. Who would you say inspires you most? It can be for audios or for life in general. In life in general, my parents inspire me a lot, like I said. For audios, I take inspiration from a lot of the content creators that I like to watch. Are you a morning or night person? Lately, I've been forced to be a night person because of this and a variety of other factors. But I actually really love when I can get up early in the morning and just start like knocking shit out. So I'm currently trapped as a night person, aspiring to be more of a morning person again. If you were a tree, what kind would you be? Some kind of deciduous tree, because they change and I'd like to think I change. I don't know. It's a fun question. Do you believe in magical creatures, demons, witches, fairies, etc.? No. But I love to read stuff about them. Be real with us. Are you a vampire? You can be honest. It's cool. Well, I just don't know if I can disclose certain facts. Some questions are, there. I'm just not comfortable with them. So we have to skip that one. Finally, why is a raven like a writing desk? That is an excellent question. Luna Lily, favorite character to play, probably Asher. Dear Advice Girl, the blonde guy in your profile and in the background of some of your audit videos. Is that you? Yes, that is me. You said before that you were a fan of the ASMR videos before you started making them. What stuff were you into? Like I said, role plays, trigger videos aren't usually my thing. So usually more of role play stuff. Can you recommend any specific ones? Like I said, I'll put some names in the description of some people that I really like to watch. I know this might be tough, but of all the characters you've created, who is your favorite story to tell? What's my favorite story to tell? I like telling Davies. I like taking a character that, is kind of an asshole and proving, maybe why he's like that and how he got there and how he can grow out of it. Yeah, I kind of get a lot of flack for Davy sometimes, that he's too mean, and I totally get that. I'm not telling anyone that they're wrong for that. He is mean. That's just the truth. But I have kind of a soft spot for him for, a couple different reasons. And I understand why it wouldn't be some people's cup of tea. But I hope for people who are maybe kind of on the fence that they kind of stick around and give him a chance. Because, while I'm not suggesting you need to put up with anything in real life, I would just ask that in general you try to be understanding of people, and even if it's not someone that you want to engage with, maybe try to consider why they are the way that they are, and that in the same way that maybe you will need to distance yourself from that person because of things that have happened to you that make being around a person like that uncomfortable. Just know that things probably happen to that person to make them that way as well. So everybody's dealing with stuff in good and bad ways. All I can ask is that in real life, just try to be patient with people, because everybody's got their own shit. But that said, from a video perspective of what you want to partake in, that's like for your hobby, like, oh yeah, if you don't like someone who's kind of an asshole, then just don't watch it. I would never ask you to watch something that is going to make you uncomfortable or that you just don't like. But I don't know, just maybe try to think about that from like in your real life at least. Okay, Arwin asks, so I've answered those first two. Tips for anyone who wants to start a similar channel. All I can really say is just go for it. I'm a person who likes to plan things, so I wanted to make sure I had all my ducks in a row, and there is something to be said for that. But also eventually you're just going to have to take the jump. So I would suggest maybe sooner rather than later, because no one's going to begrudge you for, learning in public, basically, from the stuff that you produce and growing and changing as a result of that. So as daunting as it is, you got to start somewhere. And also make content that you like. Like, don't make content because you feel like you have to. Like, I make some videos that, maybe kind of check the boxes of not traditional, but kind of expected content out of a creator. Like, a lot of people would expect a yandere story at some point, or a tsundere character at some point. But if you don't like that, if you don't think that you have a story that you want to tell out of that, then don't do it. Your channel is yours at the end of the day, and you're doing it for people, but it's an expression of you. So make sure that the stuff that you're putting out is something that, you actually want to be doing. That's really all I can kind of tell you. Oh my god, I'm running out of water. I don't talk this much. Favorite movie? Clue. Favorite TV show? Anything that has Star Trek in front of it. Big B's. What do your characters smell like? Depends on the character. But in general, I would leave that up to you as well, in the same way that I would leave their appearance up to you. What do you smell like? Depends on what I'm doing. If I just worked out, I don't smell very good. If I'm going out, I usually smell like deodorant and cologne. What's your favorite food? Pizza and wings? Are you introverted or extroverted? Introverted, definitely. I like people for a while, but then I gotta go. I gotta recharge my battery. What's your least favorite animal? Mosquitoes. What's your favorite season? Fall. I love fall. Okay, sorry if I'm going a little bit faster now, but there's a lot left, and it's taking a long time, which I'm fine with, but I feel bad making a video this long. Random Girl 03. I kind of did number 1. Number 2, opinions on singing for a comfort video. Like I said, I really don't think I sing well, and I don't think you guys would actually want it. But maybe. I'm not going to say no, because I know a lot of people do like that. But we'll see. That's going to take a lot of, and it's going to take a lot of self-convincing on that, I guess. Which of your characters are you most like? I think it's a mix of Asher and Caleb. Well, that's very sweet. I would like to think that I have a lot of the good stuff that each of them have in me. But like I said, I'm probably like the coworker because he's boring. But that's very nice of you to say. Okay. Vio the Weeb asks, how tall are you? I am 5'11". Sorry to disappoint anyone who is a 6 foot and up crowd. What can we talk about that? Do I play any instruments? I used to play the drums a lot. When I was in high school, I played drums. Not high school, middle school, and then a little bit of high school. I played percussion. But I also know how to read music, so usually as a result of percussion, I would get dumped on the xylophone because I was the only one that could actually read music, which was annoying because I was like, guys, I want to play the drums. But I haven't played in a long time, so I'm not very good at it anymore. What languages do you speak? I only speak English, unfortunately. I would like to learn another language in the future. I took Spanish in high school, and I would like to think I was pretty good at it. You know, I got good grades, but I've also forgotten most of it, to be perfectly honest, because I wasn't using it, and that's a very important thing with a language. Karen Fernandez. If you could do anything, I kind of answered the first one. If you could do anything on your YouTube channel, what would you do? Pretty much what I'm doing now. Just telling a variety of stories. Excuse me. Is there a YouTuber you would like to collab with? I would be way too nervous to ever ask anyone to collab with me. If someone asked me to collab with them, I mean, I'm open to it. I have done a collab. I did a collab with Love Boldly ASMR. I'll put their name in the description as well. But specifically, there's no specific one I'm like, jonesing to collab with. With any of them, I'm sure it would be very, and it was with the other one as well. It would be very exciting and very nerve-wracking. Millie, I've answered most of those. Does your imagination is hardworking alone? I mean, a lot of it comes out of my imagination, yes, but obviously I do get inspired from other places, but kind of more indirectly. Noelle Darling, when it comes to writing, do you keep a schedule or do it whenever it feels right? Any tips for writers on motivation and consistency? I don't keep a hard and fast schedule. It's not like a faucet. You can't exactly turn it on and off, but you kind of can. I can make myself sit down and write something and still be happy with it. That's not the case for everyone, and that's not the case for every type of writing. And I think that's a really important distinction to make. And just because I can and that works does not disparage anyone where that's not where that works for them. Creativity is different for every single person. But I don't keep an exact schedule other than if there's one that has to get done, I will just sit down and do it and power through it, even though that can kind of suck because it can be hard to make it happen when it's not just kind of flowing out of you. Any tips for motivation and consistency? I know some people a schedule does help. For some people, kind of getting in the mindset helps. I like to listen to music. That helps me. Music that I already know, that I know all the lyrics and stuff, so it's not going to distract me. That helps motivate me in the moment. I'll be like, okay, I'm going to listen to some music that kind of makes me think about like a Davey audio kind of a thing. So I'll do some of that beforehand. That can help motivate me when I know I have to do it anyway. So it's like, well, I might as well try to get myself in the mood. I'll do things like that, like try to listen to videos, listen to music, stuff like that. That's kind of in that realm. That can help motivate me. And then for consistency, for me, I just kind of have a due date, so that kind of forces consistency. And before I did, I was not very consistent. So if you can find a way to inflict a due date on yourself, you'd be surprised at what you can manage when you feel like you have to. It me, Jaden B. Favorite, probably Asher. Asher's my favorite to voice. Easiest, hardest to voice. I think I kind of touched on this, but probably the easiest are the ones that sound like me, and the hardest are the ones that are kind of at a distance. So Sam having an accent was hard for me, which is part of why he spoke so briefly and then disappeared. Who else is hard? Davey can be hard. It depends. Yeah, Adam was hard for a lot of reasons. How many people know you do this? To what extent do they see your videos? Nobody in my life watches my videos, but they know that they exist and they are happy for me. First character I came up with, within the realm of the channel, the first character I came up with was the technician, because that one was the first audio I wrote. Talked about that. Names always mean a lot to me based off the character. So how do you name and come up with characters? Yeah, I kind of touched on this one already. But names are they mean a lot to me as well. So I try to think long and hard about it and try to give them at least kind of like the vibe of the character that I want. Who's most like you? Probably coworker. I know that's boring. I'm sorry. How did you come up with the universe? Slowly over time, imagining a lot of different plot lines and then kind of threading them together. Do your characters know how loved they are? Well, in universe, no, I guess they wouldn't. But I definitely know how much you guys love them, and that really means a lot because I love them a lot too. So thank you guys for that. Thomas or Tomas Escobar, I think it's Tomas. Answered that. How do you get such good ideas? Thank you. That's very sweet. I brainstorm a lot. Star L, probably coworker. Maybe Dreamwalker if I'm really feeling a little more confident. I would love to think that I've got some Asher in me, but I probably don't, to be honest. Well, no, that's not true. I mean, if I'm comfortable enough with people, I get pretty playful. So, you know what? Yeah, I do have some Asher in me. Fuck myself, though. I have some Asher. Estrella Lucero, which of the characters would you date if you could? Most of them have, like, issues. Which is fair, because everybody has issues, but, Asher. Mariah, what's your writing process like? I kind of touched on this, but, in general, I just kind of, when I'm writing scripts, I try to do quite a few at a time, like, hopefully, like, 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 in one sitting. I brainstorm a lot beforehand. I kind of write myself some notes, and then I just sort of expand on that when I sit down to actually write it. How long does it take for you to film and edit your videos? It does depend on the video, but in general, the amount of time it takes to film it is probably like 1.5 times however long the video is. So if the video's, 15 minutes long, it probably took me, 22 minutes or so to do it. Something kind of like that. Just because I do mess up a little bit along the way. And then editing, it depends on how involved the video is, but usually I would say that takes more like double however long it took to film. Because there's a lot more that goes into that, and getting the effects and adding the effects and cutting out all of the, shit I don't like. So probably double however long the video is. 27, talked about that. Let 13 go. Did you purposely have all your stories connected at the beginning? Kinda. So, I purposely had some of them connecting. I didn't purposely have all of them connecting. I have since made it so that they all connect. Every single video on my every single video on my channel exists in the same universe, whether or not some of the members of those videos know that the others exist. So there are just normal humans. Like, the coworker does not know that magic exists, if you catch my drift. So, but it's technically all happening in the same universe, which also kind of answers your second question. Number 3, will you ever act out one of your stories? Face reveal. Like I said, you kind of already see my face. And will I ever act out one of them? No, I don't think so. Because like I said, I want you guys to be able to picture whoever you want. Lastly, how do you feel about eating sounds? Because honestly, I was a little sad that I didn't get to eat some pizza and wings with my sweet werewolf boyfriend. I know a lot of people like them. A lot of people hate them. I'm not real big on them. So that's kind of why I cut it out. Well, not cut it out. I didn't have any food with me. So that's why I didn't include a part that had that. Yeah, I don't know if I would. Katie, do you have any ASMR characters you have imagined for the future? Yeah, I have a lot of them. And you will see them soon. I don't want to give too much away. Zari, I kind of talked about that one. April, kind of talked about that. How long does it take you to write your scripts? Like I said, it kind of depends. Most of them take like an average length video would probably take about an hour. Do you have a favorite video on your channel or a series that you're most proud of? I'm very proud of the Davy series. Yeah, I'm very proud of that one. I'm proud of the vampire one as well. I'm proud of basically everything. Right or wrong, I'm proud of it all. Do you have a favorite video? Probably the first Asher one. What are your favorite YouTube channels? Yeah, I'll put links to them. Where did I get this muffin? What stories, shows, books got you into the paranormal genre? I don't really know. I just read a lot of stuff. I'm trying to think of specifics, and I really can't. I'm sorry, I know that's not a great answer. If I have any recommendations, like I said, broken record, but the Abortion trilogy is really good. I don't really watch a lot of paranormal shows. Yeah, I'm shit for recommendations. I'm sorry, guys. Saya H, 27. What have I majored in? My major, I have a bachelor's of science in Computer Information Systems from the WPK School of Business at ASU. So it's kind of like a tech business hybrid. Hot Chick 1101. I've answered those. Is there a type of roleplay you'd like to do but are scared? I don't know if there's any I'm scared of. There definitely are a lot that I just haven't gotten around to yet. Mariam BTS, yes, that's me. Itzel Flores, how are you doing? Been eating enough, drinking enough water, getting enough sleep? I'm doing well, thank you. Yes to all of the above. Touched on that. What age? Probably around 6th grade. I became interested in writing stories. My favorite animal? Maybe whales, like I said. I like whales a lot. If you could be any creature, for lack of a better word, what would you be? Probably a vampire, because that way I could live forever. But I have a real soft spot for werewolves too, in case you couldn't tell. Rosetta the Dreamcatcher, do you like cake? Yes, I do, but I prefer brownies for what it's worth. Lizzie Chan Stuffs, I was wondering how you do your thumbnails, and if that's you. Yes, it is me. How I do my thumbnails, I use a program called GIMP, G-I-M-P. It is kind of like a free version of Photoshop with, fewer features, but it does everything I need it to. I composite them together from photographs that I have taken that I then modify, or from vector art that is either free or that I pay for, and I combine that together to try to make my thumbnails. But yeah, basically I use GIMP to put them together. Mary Carmen Rodriguez, supernatural creature, like I said, probably vampire, just because, I'm scared of death. Haja Etses Lunettes, I absolutely said that wrong, because I'm pretty sure you're French. Have you ever came to France? If not, and would you like to come one day? No, I have never been to France. I really haven't been to too many places outside of the US. Yeah, sure. I mean, I think that'd be really cool. I'd love to travel more in the future. I think that'd be really cool. Tangerine, who, well, I don't know if that'd be Tangerine. I guess it would be. I call them meat. Which is kind of a thing from Discord, yeah, but to me, that's meat. Are you a vampire? That's none of your business, meat. Kuvira, who I know is Lux from Discord. Did you ever see yourself doing ASMR or being a part of its community? No, at first I did not, and then for a while, I only ever saw myself as being part of it as a writer, not as a performer of it. So now to be here is pretty crazy. But no, I really didn't ever see myself part of it. Anakin Cat, yeah, I just leave it up for interpretation, but I love to see the interpretations that you guys have of it. It's really, really cool. That really makes me happy. Vicky Berdiales, what equipment do you use to record your audios? Like I said, Blue Yeti USB mic. I have a pop filter. I use Audacity. I use Vegas Pro for the videos, but that's total overkill. You don't need that at all. Yeah, but that's pretty much the equipment that I use, and just, whatever pair of headphones I have that I can plug into the mic so I can hear myself as I'm going. Nothing special. Greta, which of your characters is the closest? Yeah, coworker. Or Asher. You know what? I'm done with that. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna say I've got some Asher in me too. You gotta be strong in your opinions, guys. Louisa Stone. Yeah, it would be awkward if my parents actually watched it. They know I do it though, and they're proud of me. And then my favorite channels. Yeah, I'll list them. Parker Dude. Parky. Hi, Parky. who are unworthy or ASMR artists you enjoy and or look up to? Yeah, like I said, I've listed a lot of them. I'll put them in the description. Bebs Michelle asks, favorite anime? I know this is controversial, but I don't really watch anime. I'm sorry. I have no problem with it. Like, I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, anime is shit. Like, no, I think it's great for people who like it. I've just never gotten into it. I've never really tried though, so I probably might if I ever did. Diamond Teardrop 6, also known as Rin, asks, when you write your scripts, do you write in responses for the listener to make it flow easier, or do you leave it as blank abstract response in the script as well? Yeah, I don't write the listener's replies in the script. I imagine what the listener might have said, because that informs then how the characters reply, and it kind of dictates how long of a pause I leave, because I want to leave realistic pauses for when a person would have a chance to answer. But I don't actually write out what they say. No. Yeah. Fun question. If Davy was in wolf form and the listener came home unexpectedly, would his tail start wagging involuntarily? Well, I don't think he would ever shift in a way where he could get caught. But if he did, yes, his tail would probably start to wag. Okay. Aquila Akmarina, do you have a plan to do a... hold on. Do you have any plan to do a commission ASMR in the future? No, I don't really plan on offering commissions. Yeah, it's just not something I really want to do. There's a lot that, hinges on that, in terms of, making sure that it's something that the person exactly wants and stuff like that, and, yeah, it's just not something I really plan on doing. TrendyToon20, Trendy herself. Her question is, will you ever have mercy on your mods? We love you and our job, but geez, are you giving us gray hair and some of the funniest moments of our lives? So Trendy is one of my mods on Discord, and she and all of my mods work very hard, and I do not make it any easier, because I can be a bit of a monster in terms of, I love to cause chaos on my server, and they often have to then help clean up the mess. So to see that side of my personality, join the Discord. Will I ever have mercy on you? No. But I am sorry for making it too hard on you, and I'm very grateful to each of you guys, because you are very, very helpful, and you are very sweet and very supportive, and it feels really nice knowing that I have people like you that have got my back. So I appreciate you all very much. Thank you. Kisa, kind of touched on those. Pretty lonely. If you could know when, where, and how you were going to die, would you want to know why or why not? Congrats again, future husband. For more info on that, again, consult my Discord, although that's buried pretty deep at this point. If I could know when, where, and how I was going to die, would I want to know? No. No, I would not. I don't know. I just don't want to live my life like that, knowing that there's, this hard and fast date and what that's going to mean. I've never really been big on the whole, fate or destiny idea kind of thing. I think that kind of robs us of, our own agency. And for me, at least, that's kind of an important thing in my life, is to know that, or at least to believe that, for better or worse, the decisions I make are my choices. And everything that's good that comes of that is, something that I had a hand in, and the things that are bad, I have to own up to the fact that they were my responsibility. But I like living my life that way, where I'm just thinking about, not that I'm not thinking about the future, but that I'm not thinking about things with a deadline like that. I'm not trying to imagine like, oh, am I wasting my time by, playing this game with my friends or something like that. Whereas I know that if I literally knew like I'm going to die in 35 days or something, I'd probably be like, I need to be doing something meaningful with my life. And I think it would start to color my perspective of what matters. Spending time with your friends and being happy and things like that, they do have value. They're not wasted time. Relaxing and just existing has a lot of importance in your life. And I feel like I would start to lose perspective of that if I knew that, I was going to die soon. And I think just naturally I would start to feel like I was wasting my time by doing those things. And I don't ever want to feel that way, because they're not a waste and they're important. So, yeah. Callie Williams, what's your favorite audio you've made? Yeah, I kind of touched on that one. How long do you see yourself doing this for? As long as you guys want to listen. And as long as, nothing terrible happens in my life that keeps me from doing it. Gray, favorite color. Sweet. Oh, excuse me. Sweet or sour candy. I like both, really, but I like sour candy a lot. Sour Patch Kids are a weakness of mine. Charlotte Williams. Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Or do you want to see yourself? I don't know. I know it's a really basic answer, but just happy. I don't care too much about where I am in terms of where I'm living, what my job is, what I'm still doing here, relationship, whatever. Like, I just hope I'm happy, because I am now, and I want that to keep going. Do you want to be a professional voice actor? I really don't think I'm equipped for that. I just really I enjoy doing this a lot. But I also really, and you kind of touched on this, do you have another dream in mind? I honestly like my day job. I really do. I get a lot of sense of accomplishment out of it, and I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, sometimes it fucking sucks. It's work, but on the balance, I actually do like my job. Do I have another dream in mind? My dream has always been to be an author, so maybe someday. That'd be cool. Hold on, I need water for this one. Okay, Kakashi Sensei. We're gonna kind of rush through these, just because there's a lot, so we're gonna kind of rapid fire, and I'm probably gonna skip a good amount of them. And I've already answered a lot of these, but we'll do it real quick. Favorite color, gray. Where am I from? Arizona. How old am I? 27. Favorite food, pizza. Introvert. Yes, I have roommates. Hopefully in the future I won't. Hobbies. I like to play video games. Who's your favorite character to be? Asher. Have you been eating alright? Yes. Are you staying inside? Yes. And I'm wearing a mask when I'm not. Do that. That's very important. How long do you plan on doing YouTube? As long as you guys want me to, and as long as my life allows me to. Your family or friends know about it? Yes. Favorite meme? I like a lot of memes. Vincent, what about him? How long does it take you to edit your videos? About twice as long as a video lasts. Favorite show or movie? Anything Star Trek. Favorite song or artist? Science by Ali X right now. You like jazz? Apple or Android? Android. Do you think water with ice is a soup? Nope. How do you get in character? I listen to one of the audios and then I jump in. Have you been taking care of yourself? Yes, I have. Any pets? Yes, I have a dog named Duncan. What's an ideal night for you? Hanging out with my friends and playing a board game. Night owl or early bird? Currently a night owl. Wish I could get back to being an early bird. Worst fears? Dying and losing people that I love. When do you normally record your audio? At night. What sign are you? I'm a Cancer. Can you say, hey, Maya? I guess I just did. What if I called you Daddy? How about this? What if you didn't? Okay, Nick Cooper. Oh, nope, that's not a question. But thank you. Olivia, how was your day? It's been really good so far. Thank you, Olivia. Oya. Out of Asher, Davey, and Vincent, what character do you like doing the most? Asher, hands down. And then Davey, and then probably Vincent. In that order. The Art of M, who's your favorite character to portray so far? Asher, which one is the most challenging? Adam was. Okay, and am I gonna make more Davey? Yes. Who is your favorite character you've created? Asher. Sean is Sean. What do you think of pineapples on pizza? Hate it, but more power to those who like it. But if you order me a pizza with pineapples on it, we're gonna have words. I kind of touched on those two. If I could change one thing about myself, what would it be and why? I've gotten a lot better with my anxiety, but I wish I had a better handle on it. Okay, and why did you start and what keeps you motivated? Kind of talked about that, about why I started at least. In terms of motivation, all of the kind words and comments from you guys. That keeps me going. Dina Knight, do I accept friendship from a fan? Well, the idea of it being called a fan is already crazy to me. Do I accept friendship? Yeah, I mean, I'm friends with the people on Discord. So yeah. Just because you like my content does not exclude you from being a friend of mine. But, I mean, I guess the flip of that is also it doesn't immediately make you my friend either. I don't really make friends super easily, so, there's got to be more to it than that. Lainey, do you listen to ASMR? Yes, I do. If so, whose? I'll leave some links. What are your favorite triggers? Most conventional like triggers aren't really big for me. I like soft-spoken stuff and personal attention, things like that. Maddie, I kind of answered most of those. Do I do multiple takes? As I'm like recording, if I hear something and I don't like it, I'll redo it and then have to cut it out. But in terms of like start to finish multiple takes, no. But I'll do multiple takes of specific lines as I go. Okay. Key. Which character is my favorite to voice? Kind of talked about that. Are you sitting on any dream projects that you haven't started yet? Like a concept you'd like to try but aren't sure about how they'd be received, the like. No. I definitely have ones that I haven't started yet. But the only reason why I haven't started them is just because of time, not because I'm afraid of how they'll be received. Amy Diamond Angel, is there anything specific about your setup? Your voice sounds clear. I try to record at night with very little other noises. I'll turn off the fan, I'll turn off everything that I can, and then I do some noise reduction in my editing as well. JT Cali 20, have you always been a creative writer and speaker, and have you applied the talent in other parts of your life? I have been a creative writer for a very long time. I enjoy that. Speaker? No, absolutely not. This is new. Have I applied the talent in other parts of my life? I would think so. I take a lot of pride in my writing ability, and I think I've been able to leverage that in other parts of my life, like work and stuff like that. Okay, Royal Wilds. Yes, I do scripts, and my writing process is basically just, I kind of already talked about it, but I do a lot of brainstorming beforehand and then figure out how to stitch that all together. Inspiration, yeah. What are little things that help you be creative? Music, really. I don't know if that counts as a little thing, but yeah, music. If you like video games, what's your favorite game or series? My favorite game of all time is currently Prey. But I love all kinds of games. Ooh, I love Diablo 2. I've been playing some Diablo 2 lately. That's an old game. But anyway, yeah, of all time, Prey. Do you watch anime? No, I don't, but I don't have a problem with it. I'd like to check it out at some point, probably, because everyone on my Discord, especially, is like shaming me into it. But no, I don't watch it. Can you give us a hint or sneak peek of potential characters or series? Some of the names that you have heard tossed around will eventually get their own series. I'll leave it at that. Book suggestion, yeah. Favorite creators, yep, I'll list some of them. Trinity. Where do you get your ideas? From a lot of different places, honestly. Is the Damn series in the same general universe as Davey, Asher, and or Vincent? All of my series take place in the same universe, though they don't all necessarily take place in the same area, if that makes sense. Like the same city. They don't all take place in the same spot, but they take place in the same universe. If it is, could we possibly get a crossover? I think I've had a little bit. Have I? I've had crossover discussions. But yeah, there'll probably be some in the future. Would you consider having someone voice a female character, like Amanda? Potentially, yeah, I guess. But, like I said, I don't think I'm really comfortable asking anyone to collab, and people ask me, that's different. But I'd be nervous too. But yeah, I mean, I would consider it. How far in advance do you usually plan before starting a series? It depends on the series. Some of them I plan them pretty far in advance, and some of them I kind of originate them and create them on the same day. Just out of curiosity's sake, for Damn, are we going to get more videos with Gavin, Lasco, and Damien? Are we going to meet new characters in and near the school too? Yes, you are going to get more videos with all of the boys that you have seen so far, and you will also get videos with new ones. Thank you for asking. Claire Burback. Yes, I make my own scripts. Kind of touched on those other ones. Rosie Thorne, kind of touched on that. Anonymity. What do you think is one misunderstanding that people usually got on you or your channel? I don't know. I don't think there's too much misunderstandings. I one time got a comment that kind of stuck out to me where it was right after a series of videos had come out in a row of like Davey confronting the listener and then like Gavin and stuff, and someone left a comment saying that what is this channel just about, like, people that are mean to the listener? And that kind of bugged me, just because I was like, well, even at that point I was like, I already have like a whole library of videos where that's not the case. I try to make a lot of different characters, and some of them are mean and some of them are sweet, and I've got ones everywhere in between. So that was kind of a misunderstanding that kind of bothered me. Crystal Shores. If you could have a magical creature as a pet, what would it be? I don't know. Maybe like a dragon, if there was like a really little one. Like, that'd be cool. Like a little mini one. Like in Harry Potter, which also J.K. Rowling can go fuck herself. But anyway, in the fourth one, how they have to like pick the dragon out of the little bag, and Harry picks like the Hungarian horntail, and it's like a little baby mini dragon. Well, not baby, it's a mini dragon. One of those would be really cool. If you could spend a day with one of your characters, which would you spend it with? Probably Asher. He'd be fun. Do you have a job other than YouTube? If so, what is it? Yes, I do. Without getting too into it, I am a business process analyst, which basically means I take processes as they exist right now and I make them better for the sake of the business. And I enjoy it a lot, actually. I find the work very rewarding. Would fan art be appreciated? And if so, where do I send it? Yes, fan art is amazing. You can send it to me. I put my email address in the description of all my videos, or if you would prefer and you're wanting to make it more public, you can put it on my Discord in the creativity channel. Kathy MC. I'm answered that. Did I go to college? Yes, I did. I went to Arizona State University. What's my favorite thing to do for fun? Just relax with my friends and play board games. Do you see yourself doing this full time if you could make a living off of it? Like I said, I actually really like my job can be frustrating, but I do really like it. So I don't know if I would do this full time. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I really like the security of my full-time job, if we're being completely honest. And this, while it is very fun, is definitely not secure in any way. So probably not, if I'm like being honest. Okay, so that's most of that one. Bee and puppy cat. What is your favorite flower if you have one? I like the name ranunculus. I think that's funny, and they're pretty. Avian Piscean 33. Favorite character to voice? Asher. Ken Del Moro. What games do I play most of the time? What games do I play most of the time? It's usually Halo or Destiny or like Mario Kart or Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, or Diablo 2 or old school RuneScape. Margebrarian. How much world building do you do? I love how interconnected some of them are. Does the world come first or the characters? It depends. Some of the characters came first, and for some of them, the world kind of came first. I enjoy the world building aspect of it, so I do a lot of that in my spare time behind the scenes. I'm glad you like how interconnected they are, because so do I. When you're writing, recording, there's a lot of subtle back and forth. How much of the listener's side of the dialogue do you flesh out? Do I imagine specific characters in the roles? No. I ascribe certain traits to the different listeners, and I try to convey those through the responses that they get from the speaking parties. But I don't imagine specific characters, no. And I don't usually explicitly determine what the listener would say because I want to leave it open to interpretation. There are places where I kind of have to, but I never actually like write it out. I just know it, you know. We talked about that. That's very kind of you to say that it's natural. That's really sweet of you to say. Thank you. I try really hard on that front. That is something that I would like to say I'm pretty proud of, is my ability to do that. Madison, how long have you been writing? Since about 6th grade. Also, what made you want to write? Loving to read, honestly. Hi, Chris. Not really a question, though. Marima 15. Which one do I identify with most? Probably coworker, because his job is like mine. Although, well, no, I also don't. Like, I was never at risk of being fired. I'm really good at my job. Not to throw him under the bus, but I'm really good at mine. Which of your ASMR characters would you date? I said Asher, so I guess Asher. I'd take him on a date. He'd be fun. What are topics you refuse to do? I've gotten some requests. Well, first of all of my content is gender neutral. That's very purposeful and something that I feel strongly about. So I'm not going to do any topics that are inherently not gender neutral. Like, you're never going to get a pregnancy audio from me. You're never going to get content, where I call out a specific gender of the listener. You're not going to get gendered content. And I definitely will toe the line of some things, like the Adam audio definitely goes to some pretty dark places. Sadistic is in the name, and I will, dabble into that area, but there are lines within that I absolutely will not cross, even for the sake of a narrative. So yeah, and I have gotten requests to cross those lines, and if that's what you want, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go somewhere else. Adam, you can kind of use Adam's audio as an example of about how far I'm willing to go, because that one pushed me. Tsundere or yandere, which one do you prefer? To voice? To write? They're all kind of different. To listen to? They're all kind of different. Writing the yandere is interesting because I have to be very careful about the way that he speaks and what he says, and that's on purpose. So that one is definitely fun. Not necessarily fun. Sometimes it's kind of a burden, but it's really interesting to write. Yeah, but in most other regards, like listening to it or voicing it, probably tsundere, I guess. Yeah. Pink ramen. Kind of touched on those. Miss ZZ Nicholson. I don't have specific days when I post certain characters. No, I try to keep them in like a pretty good rotation so that you never have to go too long without one from any of the people. But no, I don't have specific days. Lev Yaku. Yes, I do. I have a dog named Duncan. Lauren Scott. Yeah, I like to listen to roleplay stuff, and I wish there was more of it because I think it's great stuff. Fading from my Discord. Which character was the hardest for you to plan out or get into character? From the meme hellhound. Probably Adam. It's hard to get into that. Excuse me, it's hard to get in that mind space. My voice is getting like wrecked. I don't talk this much. This is also so prohibitively long. I'm sorry about that. So far, what's your favorite audio? Okay, yeah, kind of talked about that. Oh, Weirdo. Sorry, these questions are from Weirdo. Do I watch anime? No, I don't. I'm sorry. Miss Devalicious 23. How do you make the kissing sounds for your videos? They're very accurate and natural. Well, thank you. I kiss my arm. As stupid as that sounds, that's how I get that noise. Vivian, I have one question. How did you come up with Vincent's character? I just wanted to make a flirty character, and I wanted to make a vampire, and I kind of combined them together. And then as the series went on, I kind of wanted to give him more depth than that. So, it was a lot of thinking about, okay, I've ascribed these traits to him. Why would he be like that? How did he get there? How did that work? Things like that. Okay. Jay. Listening to other ASMR channels inspired me to start my own, and I kind of had to push myself. Your channel grew so much in such a short time. Did it ever feel overwhelming? Yes. It feels overwhelming a lot. How do I deal with any anxiety or pressure? There's a lot of anxiety. I don't know. I mean, just my normal coping mechanisms. Like just trying to. I don't know. I just try to focus on the good that has come out of this and the nice comments and stuff that I've gotten, and let that kind of bolster my confidence in it, which is kind of a luxury that I have now that I've been around for a while that I did not have at the beginning. In the beginning, it was a lot harder to deal with that anxiety. How do you spend your free time? Talked about that. Do you have a favorite book, movie, TV show, video game? Video game, Prey. TV show, Star Trek. Movie, Clue. Book, Book, Lyriel from the Emporson trilogy. Kinky Ghosts. I've answered all of those, but thank you. It's very sweet. Crackers and Beans. How do you create your thumbnails? Do you draw them yourselves? If so, do you like to create art? I do like to create art, but no, I don't draw them myself. Excuse me. I find vector images and things like that to put them together. Why am I putting an S on the end of everything all of a sudden? Oh my I'm not used to talking this much. I just don't care. I think I answered those ones, but thank you for your questions. Hit that eat LMAO. Do you write your own scripts? Yes. Were you always into fantasy? Yes. Do you have any of your own lore for any fantasy creatures? Yeah, I guess if you think about like the vampires as a fantasy creature, I kind of have my own rules that apply to them. Do you have aspirations to be a voice actor? No, not really. I just like doing this channel. How do you make your graphics? Talked about that. I'm glad you like the consistency. Do you have certain videos planned? At this point, yeah, I kind of have to plan it out a little bit in advance anyway. But I always leave room for myself to adjust the content depending on what I'm in the mood for. What kind of cheese do you think you most resemble personality-wise? Good question. American? I don't know. Because it's very, like, composited and fake. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Ooh, I like Colby Jack because it has, like, a mix of, you know, like, 2 kinds of cheeses and stuff, and it goes well on a lot of stuff. Colby Jack, we'll go with that. Okay. Raf Dame, what is your Instagram? I don't have one. Sorry. Kylie Olsen, how much of your universe do you have planned out? A lot of it. I don't want to get too into it. Don't want to spoil stuff, but yeah, a lot of it. Jay Davis. Were you into writing stories before making the channel? Yes, I was. What were they about? Similar things. Paranormal, sci-fi, supernatural, fantasy. Things like that. Yes, I do watch others, and I will list them. Asher, my day is going well, thank you. One Trick Lux Main. Have you ever been caught recording one of your videos? No. There's not really much to catch me doing though, but no, I try to do them pretty late when, you know, I won't get disturbed. And I'm not really hiding that I'm doing them. I'll tell my roommates that I'm doing it, so they'll leave me alone. Is doing ASMR videos calming and soothing? Doing them? No. Listening to them? Yes. Ada33. I think I answered those ones. The ones I'm comfortable with. Dianella KKK. What is your favorite food? Answered that. A maladaptive daydreamer. So kind of like that. Answered that one. Answered those ones, I guess. Thank you for your questions, Jessica. Do they have any real life references? Maybe some people you know, base a scenario off of. Not really. Yeah, not really actually, which is honestly kind of weird. But yeah, no, I don't really use too many real life references of like people I know. What do you do for a living? Like I said, business process analyst. Do I like listening to ASMR? Yes, I do. What are your lifelong goals? Are you in school? This is from Carlos Manuel Tije, I think. What are your lifelong goals? To be happy. Are you in school? I'm graduated from college. My major was computer information systems, like I said. Friendly Sloth, I kind of touched on those. Laura Priester, if you could only ever eat one type of pizza for the rest of your life, what would you pick? Oh god, honestly, probably just pepperoni. It's just a staple, you know. It's just good. But in terms of like what brand, I mean, around here we have a brand of pizza called Ray's Pizza. I don't know about it if it's anywhere else or if it's good anywhere else, but at least around here it's good, so I really like it. So probably them. Yumi Blue Omiyumi. What's your favorite manhwa or manga? I don't have one. I'm sorry. Kayla Yu. Did that. I love dogs. I have a dog, but if you're really asking, like, I probably prefer cats, to be honest. Yeah. Val, would you make more regular boyfriend role plays? Yeah, maybe. I've thought about it. I'm not everything on my channel has to be like this huge overarching narrative, but I would probably explicitly state that those videos aren't, just to prevent any confusion, for those amongst you who do like the whole like narrative stuff. I did those. What's the scariest thing you've ever lived through? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, that's not a good answer. But I don't really know. I'd have to think about that more, I guess. If you could relive any moment in your life, what would it be? I don't really want to. I don't know. I think my life has been pretty good. I've been happy with it. But I don't know. I don't really ever think about my life in terms of like specific, like, oh my god, this was the happiest I've ever been. This was like, the saddest I've ever been. I don't have a lot of those like watershed marks that a lot of people go for when they say like, what's the happiest moment of your life? Like, the easy answers to reach for are, oh, my wedding day, or the birth of a child. I don't have those. I don't know that I ever will. So I don't know. I'm not good at quantifying my life in that way, I guess. It's from Val. I don't remember if I said your name. I'm sorry. Vanessa Eastman. Yes, I do. I have a dog. Davin Dorsey. Kind of touched on those. Thank you. Kana-chan. What introduced me to the world of ASMR? Stress in college. Why ASMR, especially fantasy boyfriend ones? I like audios that are directed at a listener, and a lot of those end up being it's just kind of an easy reach at that point to do boyfriend ones, I guess. But ASMR relaxes me and makes me happy, so that's why I wanted to make it for other people. Most pleasant memory you have? That's another one of those things I was saying where it's like, I don't know. People have asked that, like, what's their happiest moment? And I don't really know. It's just been pretty good. Would you ever think you would reach this kind of goal? No, not at all. I talked about that. How are you and how have you been in the past few days? I'm good, and I have been good over the past few days. Thank you for asking. There's a lot going on outside of the channel that is stressful, but very exciting. So it's been pretty good. Thank you. Celine Annalise, do you write books or movies or anything? No, not yet. Maybe someday. Megan Langford. Would you ever consider doing ASMR as not a roleplay? Maybe, but probably not. I prefer roleplays. Will you ever do any accents? Well, I did for one. I'm not really comfortable with my ability to do them, but you got one out of me with Sam. Talked about that. Yeah. Most fun is Asher, least fun is Adam. Do you enjoy the more stupid and wacky ideas we come up with for your characters in Discord? For example, Davey eating dice when he plays Yahtzee. Asher in tearaway pants. Ghost character named Casper. Yeah, check out the Discord if you're confused. Yeah, they're fun to read. It's fun to see you guys having a good time. Do you do anything to keep your voice healthy for videos? I try to drink a lot of water. That's kind of it, really. Mimk Art. When did you realize you wanted to do ASMR? What exactly pushed you over the edge? It was just kind of, I had to draw a line in the sand at some point. It's like, if you don't do it, you're never going to do it, so do it. But in broad strokes, other people's channels and being inspired by them. Janelle Lumpkin, I hope that's right. Are you a fan of sharks? If so, do you have a favorite? Yeah, sharks are dope. I like hammerhead sharks a lot. They're really cool. And they're very important. So people should be less scared of them. They're important to the ecosystem. Do you have any? Yeah. Did that? What inspired Davy's character? Him being an asshole was just like other tsundere videos and stuff. Some of the parts of him, have to do with stuff in my life, but not most of it. I don't consider myself to be very similar to Davy, but there are some things. Would you ever collaborate with another? I already have. Yeah, I did one with a channel called Love Boldly. ASMR audio ASMR, I think. I would. Like I said, I probably wouldn't reach out, but if someone did to me, I'm open to it if it seems like a thing I'd be interested in. My day is going good, thank you. Did that one. There are parts of, I'd say there's, in most of my characters, there's parts of me, in some cases more than others. What aspects of yourself did you give Davy? I don't know if I can go too much into it, but just broad strokes. I can definitely be very passive aggressive and snarky, but I tend to keep that in my head. I don't usually vocalize it, and Davy vocalizes it a lot. Yeah, we talked about that one. Thank you. Chibami Umeko. Do I see my channel hitting 100k someday? Not really, but if it ever did, that'd be amazing. Scoopsy Potatoes. If we get you to 20k by the end of the month, will you do a face reveal? Well, I don't think you will, because the month's getting pretty close. But, like I said, you've basically seen my face, and if you do want to see it, you can see it on Discord. I have a picture up in the photo gallery. Makia. Did that one? It's not a weird question. Asking if I watch anime. That's not weird. So don't feel like weird about that. But no, I don't. How tall am I? I'm 5'11". Are you doing YouTube as a full-time job or a side one? It's very much a hobby that is now making me money, which is amazing, and I'm very grateful for that. But no, it is very much a side thing. How did I come up with them? Did I make them? Yes, I mean, I'm the one that made them. As far as how did I come up with them, I kind of touched on that before. But yeah, I like to only do characters that I actually invented. Pazuzu. What other genres are you interested in delving into? I feel like you'd make great horror-themed ones. Well, then, the end of October might be fun for you. But yeah, horror is something that I'm going to dabble in a bit in the future. I like sci-fi, so maybe some more of that. Yeah. Luna the Wolf. Which one is your favorite? Probably Asher. I'm glad you like Davy though. And yes, there are definitely more videos with him coming. Chaotic fan account. What's my favorite fruit? Probably an apple. Have you ever left the country you currently reside in for a vacation? Yes, I have, but only once. What is your what songs do you listen to? I think I kind of touched on that one too. Natalia Depp. Talked about that, both of those. Chula Chalupa. Kind of touched on that. What is the persona? I would like to be a bit more, I probably want to be more like Asher, where I'm a little more, free and open and playful and a little less, held back. So I'd like to be more like him. What is my favorite? Yeah, I kind of touched on that one already. Okay. Oh, well, I guess since you actually called out finally uploading it, the actual upload process sucks. I hate it. It takes forever with this shit internet I've got right now. Isla Barker. What are the pack meetings about? Pack business. You may find out in the future. Coral D. Why does everyone make their audio so quiet? For me, I have to record. I want them to actually be recorded, like fairly soft spoken. So just by virtue of that, they're pretty quiet. I'd imagine it's similar for other people. Sammy is back. It's Otter. Hi, Otter. From Discord. Did you drink water today? Yes, I did. I even did it during this video. So there, I got you. Would you like a cookie? I absolutely would like a cookie. I love chocolate chip cookies. Bad nostalgia. Do you have a favorite city that you like? Oh wait, sorry. What's one thing that makes you really happy no matter what or when? I don't know. I feel like everything's a little conditional, but in general, getting to spend some time with my friends. Do you have a favorite city that you like? I haven't been to that many cities. Like, I don't know. I actually like Phoenix. Like, I know you're supposed to say one that you probably don't live in, but I don't know. I actually like it here. Is there anything you'd love to do but haven't gotten a chance to do it yet? There are definitely videos that I like to make that I'm excited to do in the future. When you're old and look back at life, what's the thing that would stand out most? I don't know. I would like to think that what would stand out most is the relationships that I've had with people. Like family and friends and relationships. But the times I've had with them and the impact I had on them and the impact they had on me. Yeah. No, they weren't too boring or weird. They were good questions. From Bad Nostalgia. Chris, collab with Duncan when? You do not want him in a video. He does not make very pleasing noises. You're 19? You are 19? How'd you go about growing your channel? Did you advertise your videos with payments? Did you post ads on ASMR forums? What exactly did you do to achieve this kind of growth? Asking as someone who's trying to get started myself. Unfortunately, I really don't have much advice for you. I did not advertise my videos in any way. I didn't post any ads on ASMR forums. I didn't really post comments, on other people's videos, trying to lead them to mine. I mean, I posted one time on Moody VA's saying that he'd inspired me, but that was about it. What did I do to achieve this kind of growth? The only thing that I will say, and this is coming from a limited understanding of exactly like how YouTube does all of this, but I posted very consistently and very often, and I held myself to that. I'm very proud of my ability to have done that, even, now that I slowed down a little bit. I added one extra day between each of my uploads, but I posted a lot. I posted often, I posted consistently, and I tried to make videos that were of a decent length. So I have always tried to make my audios be about 13 to 23 minutes or so, usually floating somewhere around like 15 minutes. I don't know if that helps, but from like a YouTube perspective, but it was something that I wanted to do at least, so that may have helped me. Yeah, I just think consistency, and also it got a lot bigger once I hit 1,000 subscribers. Like, that was really when it took me a month to get to 1,000 and 2 months to get to 10,000. So I don't know for sure, but I do think YouTube weights your content for the sake of recommendations stronger after you've hit 1,000, because that's when they kind of open up a couple different features and stuff. So I think they consider 1,000 to be meaningful in some way. So if you can get there, I think it's easier. But yeah, just in general, all I did was I just tried to post consistently. So hopefully that helps. Sarah.xo, what about Vincent? What about him? Kaja Valentar, or Kaha maybe. I touched on that first one. Kind of did that second one already too. Pretty much Asher. And number 3, how are you so good in this? That's very nice of you to say, but I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Team Man's text. Like the characters tie into each other. How much writing and pre-planning goes into that? It wasn't a lot of pre-planning in the beginning. It has become more of a planning thing. But yeah, is each intersecting plotline planned out from the beginning? Or is that sort of thing done more on the fly? Honestly, it's more done on the fly. It kind of depends on the character, I guess. And they also asked, as a cassette tape collector myself, I love the aesthetic of your channel. Do you have any tapes, and if so, what are they? What type of music do you like? I don't have a lot of tapes anymore, unfortunately. Like, I have all these, like, cases, but I really don't have most of mine anymore. Almost all of mine were also, like, custom ones that I, like, made myself, from ones that, like, I stole from my parents and stuff like that. I don't really have any of them anymore. But I do have a lot of the cases, like the empty cases from, like, the custom ones. More broadly, what kind of music do you like? I like a lot of kinds of music. I'm a real sucker for alt rock stuff. You know, it was kind of just when I grew up. that was kind of big. So, but I still love all that. Yeah, but I don't know. I'll listen to most shit. I mean, like, I was raised on, like, oldies and stuff because that's what my dad likes. I love shit from the 80s. 80s rock, 80s pop, all that stuff. Yeah. I like a lot of modern stuff too, though. I mean, like, I listen to top 40 and all that. A dark arch sage or arc sage. Have you thought about doing a dark magic element? Necromancy would be cool too. Anything special for Halloween? You will have to see as we approach Halloween. But yes, basically, long story short, yes, yeah, it's coming. Rebecca Caitlin, I've been creating stories for a long. You've been creating stories for a long time. Does that mean you have a writing blog? No, I do not actually. It's all just in over here, you know, in paper and stuff. Sorry. Amelia Kesey, what plans do you have for a future series? There's a lot of future series. I have a lot of plans. Will there be a specific number of episodes per series? No, I don't think about it. I don't limit it like that. It's kind of just until the story's told, I'd say. Where do you see that channel in a year? I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I'm already just so blown away and happy with where it is. So I really don't know. Joyalicious. Do you watch anime? No, sorry. What's my favorite ice cream flavor? Weird. That's not a weird question. Chocolate chip. I'm basic. Hagen Macy. Even though you started a short while ago, the quality is outstanding. Well, that's very kind of you to say. How long before hitting upload on your first video did you first decide to make videos? A couple months before I finally actually, like, just did it. Who's your favorite Disney princess? Mulan, probably, because she's a badass. Gryffindor. Kinda did that. Did that. Did that. Did that. Did that. Sorry, I kind of already answered all those ones. But thanks for asking. Mina Ashido. I did those, but thank you for asking. Alexis Jimenez. Oh God, I think I did all of these. Favorite season, fall. A reverse ASMR. Yeah, I think I already answered those ones, but thank you. Gigi loves bunnies. Yeah, the cassette tapes was just because that was what I had as a kid, and I really liked them. Sorry. The Dreamer. No, that was not the end of the Ender series. You'll know when I finally do end a series, I will make it very clear. So, if you haven't, you'll know. We'll put it that way. I'll make sure to call it out so you guys don't ever have to worry about that. King Apollo loves Asher. Will there be more videos of him? Will you make it a series like you've done with Davey? Yes, there will be more videos of Asher. I love him too, and yeah, he's gonna have a series. Girl with Love. Do you speak any other languages other than English? No, like I said, I was okay at Spanish and I've forgotten most of it. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I have an older sister. Who's your favorite character? Probably Asher, music or ASMR. Oh, like choose between them? I mean, if I had to choose, I'd guess music. But I do love them both for different things. Who do you simp for? Oh God, I don't really simp for anybody, I guess. I don't know. Asia. What inspired the cassette tape visuals? Yeah, like I said, I just really liked them as a kid, and I love the aesthetic of them. Even though as an actual like sound medium, they're trash. Mackie Mo. Yeah, probably Asher. Yazzie Barclay. Yeah, I kind of touched on those. Lyric Stark. What is your favorite series to do? Probably the Damn series, like I said. Yeah. Raspberry Fox. Favorite fast food restaurant. Oh God, this is so difficult. I love fast food so much. Maybe Cane's. I absolutely love Cane's. I love Cane's. I like Popeyes. I love McDonald's. I like Jack in the Box. I don't mind Burger King. I love fast food. It's a problem. I legitimately love fast food and I eat it way too much. So damn near any of them is the easy answer. Favorite holiday? Probably Halloween. I love Halloween. But also I really love Thanksgiving. I mean, like, extended family stuff can be like a little but I love with my closer family, Thanksgiving is always really fun, and we kind of do that and the extended family, and then I usually do a Friendsgiving with all my friends, and that's always really, really fun. So either Halloween or that Thanksgiving Friendsgiving kind of vibe. Kind of touched on that. Which is better, vampires or werewolves? Ooh, hard to say. I do love them both very much. Scarlett John, kind of talked about that. Blossom from Discord. Redacted, could you sing us a song? Oh God, you guys, I know you want me to sing, and I know that you like my voice, and so that you think that means that I could sing well, and that's not necessarily true. That said, you will probably hear it in the fairly near future. That's all I will say. Okay, Soul Eveline. Kind of touched on those. Doing NSFW. Yeah, that's on my Patreon. What do I work? Yeah, I already talked about that. Thank you. Jackie T. I think I knocked all of those ones out. So thank you, Jackie. Mabes, yeah. Writing a script or voice acting is hardest for me. Adam, probably. Those are hard ones to write. Favorite character to voice over? Yeah, probably Asher. Xenia Ungeila? I'm sorry in advance. Talked about that. Do I have a plan for damn, or am I creating as I go? Both. We talked about my inspiration. Abby Alpaca. Talked about the first two. I am right-handed. Jade Prince. How long have you been writing for? Since about 6th grade. Talked about inspiration and the process. Any advice? Like I said, I really do think the consistency is what helped. That's the only thing I can think of. So that's all I would say, is try to make yourself a schedule that you know you can stick to, and go with that. Yeah. Stacy Valeria Torres Pena. Yeah, talked about those. Thank you. Wolf person. If you could choose which place you would live in, the ocean, the land, or the trees. I'd like to, I like forests and stuff, so I guess the trees, if that counts. What animal do you love the best? I love my dog, Duncan. Do you ever want to get a pet? Well, I already do have one, but I also want to get a cat. Yeah. London Simone Willis. Did that? Are you gonna make more of Ivan? Yes. Face reveal, full one, not just thumbnails. Like I said, if you go to Discord and dig around in the photo gallery, you can find it. New series. Yeah, they're coming out all the time. Demi Say Stuff. How did you come up with damn and the rest of the universe? I liked the idea of, I wanted to have one series at least where the listener was empowered, and I thought an academy setting was a really good way to introduce a lot of characters and have a lot of growth and a lot of potential offshoot kind of alternate ending sort of a thing. So yeah, that was that's kind of where that came from. The rest of the universe was just out of my brain and stuff. Do you plan to expand this universe in other mediums like books or games, tabletop and video? That'd be amazing. I don't know if I ever will, though. That'd be quite the undertaking. If you woke up with powers from your universe, which do you think would manifest? Ooh, that's a good question. I'd like to think I'd be one of the fun ones that's like unique. Like, I don't know, one of the elementals, or an energetic, or a shifter or something. But honestly, I'd probably just be a freelancer because they're the most common, and I'm pretty common in most regards. There's not that much special about me. Big Kahuna, what kind of bear is best? I like lots of bears. Why do we have to organize them? No. I mean, polar bears are really cool, and pandas are really cute. Mahal loves you. What's a story you'd like to do in the future? I have plans for I have a lot of plans, but one of them that I've already kind of talked about is that I want like a demonic one kind of thing. I've already kind of touched on, but like a full-blown demon character. So that's one I want to do in the future. Ray of Nowhere. Do you have a favorite out of your... Yeah, talked about that. A certain song I listen to for storylines? It depends. Depends on the storyline. But I don't really have any particular like playlists or anything for each of the characters. I don't really, do any of that. Do I have a history in graphic design? The covers are amazing and cool. Thank you. That's very nice of you to say. But no, I don't. I don't have a history in graphic design. It's just graphic design is my passion. Just kidding. No. It is something I enjoy though. But no, I don't have a background in it. Z, do you think your personality is a mix of all your OCs? If so, how? If not, what would you want to be more like? Probably, like I said, I'd want to be more like Asher. I don't think my personality is a mix of all of them, per se. Only in the same sense that everyone is kind of a mix of a lot of different personality traits. Sapphire Light, why the name redacted. I kind of touched on that in the beginning, but yeah, I like it. It's a cool word. Amazon Alexa, ever thought about making merch? Because if you did, I would 100% wear it. Yes, and I do actually have merch, and you can check that out with a link in the description. How do you do the sound effects in the videos, like crashing and zapping? I have a lot of sound effects that I've bought or downloaded for free with attribution, so that's usually how I get it. I just find them online. I don't make most of them live, although I make some of them live. Like bed noises or like sheets or rope, stuff like that. Like I'll do a lot of those on my own, but a lot of the more particular ones I kind of just get online. Oh my god, the end is in sight. This has been fun, but it's I feel so bad. This is so fucking long. Katie darling, do you have any idea how calming your voice is? You all seem to think so, and I'm glad that you think so. I don't know that I agree, but I'm happy that you like it. Amazon Alexa had 2 other ones. Any other social medias we can follow you by? No, I just don't have any. I have Discord. You can join up on the Discord. Is voice acting your full-time job? If so, what's it like? It is not my full-time job. It is it's a hobby. What's it like? It is fun, but kind of nerve-wracking and scary. Okay, last one from Surprised Arvin, who is one of my mods on Discord as well. He asked, which ASMR artists do you like listening to? I will put, like I said, I think I touched on those. I'll put them in my in the description. Do I have a genre or a type of ASMR that I like listening to? Werewolf, slow burn, tsundere. I like a lot of different ones. I like paranormal in general, so whatever form that takes, if that's werewolves or vampires or ghosts or whatever. I really like those. I like that fantastical, magical aspect to it. So I like those a lot. From like from other perspectives, tsundere ones can be kind of fun, but that's I don't know. It's kind of hit or miss. I don't. That's not like my favorite by any means. And slow burn, yeah. In general, I tend to like longer form, slower burn. Like if they're relationship audios, I like if they take a while, a couple episodes. I like content itself that is longer. I really love listening to more like narrative stuff, like where it's not where they have a story in mind and they have a story that they're trying to tell. I really like that kind of stuff. And again, that's nothing against trigger videos and stuff like that. Those are great too, for the people that like them. But yeah, I really like ones that are kind of trying to tell a story, and usually if that's a longer form story, I really like that. Oh god, and the third one. First of all, you're a little shit, and you know it. I hate it so much. Okay, yes, I will try to say it. University of Melbourne. Fuck you. Oh, I fucking hate that. Oh yeah, and you know what? A long time ago, you said you wanted me to say something, and I think you were joking, but you know what? I'll say it now. So listen here, Arvo, you fucker. Oh, and you do deserve that after making me say that. But anyway, okay. So that is all of it. And oh my god, that took a long time. I hope you guys liked this. I hope I didn't miss any questions. I know that a lot of the questions kind of overlapped. And I know this took forever. Oh my god. I don't know that I can post a video this long. If you actually listen to all of this, you're crazy. That's all I can say. But yeah, I don't want to make this any longer than it already is, but all I can say is thank you guys so much for this. You've changed my life in a really good, amazing way. And I'm so grateful to every single one of you for just watching, and then for those of you that go even further and comment and like, or join the Discord, or send me messages, or send me fan art, or join the Patreon, any of those things, it's already amazing just that you watch. So thank you guys. I never imagined I would have an audience of any size to listen to the stories that I come up with. And so the idea that there are at this point 11,000 of you that are interested enough to subscribe to them, it's just incredible. And I don't really know how to say it other than to say that without sounding like a broken record. But thank you guys so much. Here's to 10,000 more. I guess that's the thing you're supposed to say.